It's the NFL on EA Sports. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Indianapolis Colts. And it's coming up next.
Just a few blocks down the street from the state capitol in Indiana, it's Lucas Oil Stadium, downtown Indianapolis, the home of the Colts. Thanks for having us in, Mike Tirico, Greg Olson. Greg, this is one that the defensive coordinators have had a long week because these quarterbacks, you can prepare for them, but because of their legs, you never know what they're going to do.
Man, when the play breaks down, I think that's where the real fun begins. I mean, it is just so hard. You mentioned it. These defensive coordinators, they spend all week, and every time the ball is snapped, you really have to defend two plays. And what I mean is you defend the initial play that was called by the offense in the huddle, and then you also have to defend the scramble play, the breakdown, the improv. That's what makes these quarterbacks so dangerous. And it just takes one breakdown defensively for a big play, and it's 6.
Past midfield. And he finally gets forced out of bounds, but that was a fantastic return.
Anytime you find yourself on the road, you want to do anything you can early to establish yourself and quiet this crowd. And I'll tell you, there's no better way than to take the opening kickoff nearly all the way and set up your offense with great field position to start this game.
The Steelers led out by their quarterback, Russell Wilson. Still strange to not see him in a Seattle uniform where he was for a decade, couple of years with the Broncos. And now Greg, the 9-time Pro Bowler, year 1 in Pittsburgh.
I had a coach tell me earlier in my career, Mike, specifically about the quarterback position. If you don't have fast feet, you better have a fast mind. And here we have a guy that has played a lot of games under center. He has seen a lot of football, and while he might not be as mobile, he might not have the arm strength to make all the throws he had earlier in his career, that experience behind center, that experience being in these moments before, man, having that quick mind, there's not a whole lot of defense is going to throw at him that he hasn't seen.
Now a first carry for the Alabama product, Najee Harris. A good run there for a gain of 6, but it's still going to be 3rd and long. We'll try to run for it with Harris. And he didn't need much, but I don't think he got there. It's going to depend on the spot. Looks like he is short on that one.
Well, we have an early decision here, Mike. How aggressive does this coach want to be on this 4th down try? I think you got to keep your offense out there. You have a prime opportunity to take the fight to him, extend this drive, and hopefully be able to come away with points.
Now on 4th down, the veteran Chris Boswell on for the Steelers. Good snap, good hold, good kick. And the Steelers are out to an early 3-0 lead.
And that's a good drive right out of the gate. They're able to make some plays, move the ball down the field. I know they didn't get a touchdown, but that is a good, positive result.
3 points on that opening drive. We'll see the response as the kick's away. Here comes a return from the 5. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. Indianapolis led out by their quarterback, Anthony Richardson, the number 4 overall pick in 2023. Had some highlight moments, but injured most of the year. Greg now in his 2nd year in the NFL out of Florida.
We throw around so loosely these days, Mike, the idea of being a physical freak, right? This specimen that we just aren't accustomed to seeing, let alone at the quarterback position. The arm talent, the ridiculous blend of size and speed, the ability to make plays with your feet and extend. All of these things come to mind when we look at this guy. Now, going forward, how does he strike that balance between being the game changer and that aggressive athlete with the ball in his hand, but also finding a way to stay on the field and be able to develop? Make no mistake about it, though. The energy in this stadium is palpable, and he's the biggest reason why.
Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
Really nice timing on that slant route. You can tell the quarterback and the wide receiver are completely on the same page, and when executed at that level, it's virtually impossible to stop.
From the gun on 3rd down, Richardson. And he's going to pick up the 1st down. He knew where that marker was and made sure he got beyond it.
Mike, I think we make so much of all these fancy routes, right? The selling, the head fakes, getting in and out of the break. And while that's really important to create separation, that's really more of a man beater. That's when teams want to just play you one-on-one and you have to beat the defender. Against zone defense like we saw here, it's a lot more simpler. Understand the concept of the play, understand where the holes in the defense are, and get there and be friendly to the quarterback. And if you're open, stay open. That's NFL route running. That's what the best guys do.
First and 10. Richardson will give it to Taylor. Not much there, maybe a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Out of the shotgun, Richardson. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Patrick Queen. And he's going to be brought down. What a turn of events here. He has given his guys 1st and 10 in the red zone.
It's not often, Mike, that everything breaks right for this type of return off of an interception. But boy, is it beautiful when it does. I mean, look at the defenders just flip around and become blockers, trying to spring their guy to the house. Great athleticism, some great moves on his part. I mean, he's going to have some of his offensive teammates looking over their shoulder for their position.
The Steelers offense ready now for their 2nd drive. They'll start with the football already in the red zone. Big opportunity here on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Wilson. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. Now it's Harris. And the Steelers are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And a nice pickup there by the back with an explosive run play. And it's important to point out, Mike, his offensive play caller, he's still working off that opening script. It doesn't necessarily have to just be the first possession. Using formations, using run game and pass. Unmask the defense and understand where to take the play calling as the game unfolds.
Two minutes remain in a 3-0 first half. We'll come back to Indianapolis after this. We'll go again from the 3. It is 2nd and goal. One more time. It's Harris. Trying to push the pile forward. He didn't even get to the 1-yard line. They stopped him short. No gain.
I typically like to see the play-action pass on the early downs, Mike. Now they find themselves on 3rd down. The defense is more prepared for the pass. They get stopped twice with the run. Do they go back to it a 3rd time?
Nowhere to go. He is taken down. Now the Colts will use the first of their timeouts as they'll discuss what's to come as 4th down is looming. Here comes Chris Boswell to try a field goal. Officially, a 29-yard attempt. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Steelers going to tack on 3 more, extending the lead here late in the first half.
It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
So the lead stands at 6-0 as this one is kicked off. Very good kickoff. Returnable from the 4. He's to midfield. Inside the 20. And he couldn't get inside the pylon, but spectacular return. He set up his team with first and goal.
Oh, man, you know he wanted that one. He's going to wind up just short of the goal line, but what a return it was. When he got to midfield, Mike, I thought he was gone. I mean, it won't be a touchdown, but he set his guys up first and goal, and that was electric to watch.
Wow, just like that, things changed dramatically. It's first and goal. From the gun, Richardson. And he will take this one across into the end zone. Anthony Richardson, touchdown Colts.
And this is what good offenses in the NFL do, Mike. It's the ability to bounce back, even if the onset of the game doesn't go exactly according to plan. Everybody wants to take their opening possession and go down there and come away with a touchdown. But it's not always going to be perfect. You turn it over on possession 1. What are you going to do in response on possession 2? Well, we just got our answer, and they took it down for 6.
The extra point by Gay is good. And the Colts move out in front by a point. It's 7-6. The kickoff team is out on the field. And we're back to it as the kick's away. On the return, here comes Cordero Patterson. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. Here comes the Pittsburgh offense now, heading back onto the field. The deficit is 1, as they'll search now for that go-ahead score. They'll break the huddle, coming up now for first and 10. Out of the gun, here's Russ. He'll get this over the middle to Jefferson. Second down and 3. Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down.
So as halftime looms, Mike, they have to find a way to capitalize on this drive right here and make sure they end the half with some sort of points. Now, that incompletion, not ideal, but at the very least, it stops the clock. Catch your breath, get back in the huddle, and this next play, it's got to be a gotta-have-it best play call.
Now, on the return, he has lost the football.
You can see the returner. He starts peeking at that coverage unit. He feels that pressure bearing down on them, and unfortunately for him, I think when he takes his eyes off to see who's coming down to tackle him, he fails to secure the ball, and they're going to pay the ultimate price now. He's going to put his defense right back out there on the field, and they're going to be in a tough spot trying to keep points off the board.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. That's pulled in, Najee Harris. A very nice open field tackle there. He could not get free and gains nothing.
This is a great example, Mike, of playing zone defense at a high level. They're trying to threaten him. They're trying to put two guys in his zone and see which guy he's going to choose. In this case, they try to out-leverage him into the flat. He's not having it. He brings him down for no gain.
This is caught at the 2. And the Steelers are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points. He'll run with Harris. And he'll go down, back at the 4. Now a timeout signal for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds until the break. Now back at the 4 for 2nd and goal. Here's Wilson to throw. Oh, no chance there. Under a heavy rush, he goes down. One final throw before the break. He'll try to run for, and he's into the end zone. Russell Wilson, touchdown Steelers. The defense comes up with the coverage, but they cannot keep up with the speed as the quarterback scrambles to the end zone for the touchdown.
And down here in the red zone, Mike, is where I think a quarterback's legs can be the most dangerous. The defenders are trying to match backs, match tight ends and receivers, but often it's the quarterback that has no one assigned to him, and in this case, he's able to capitalize and run it in himself.
The kick is good, so add one more, and it will take a first-half lead into the locker room.
All right, Mike, thanks very much, and welcome in everyone to our halftime report. The second half, straight ahead. Time to get back to it, and for the call, let's rejoin Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Okay, Coach, thanks a bunch. We'll see which team's adjustment's going to pay dividends here. Likely going to play a big role in who wins this one. Third quarter set to commence. And we're back underway here on EA Sports. He fields it at the 8. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. The Colts offense looking to get back to work as we begin this third quarter. The deficit, 6 points. So a touchdown here would be mighty nice for the offense. See what they can do on this drive. 1st and 10. Throwing is Richardson. He's going to keep it himself. Carrying that ball loosely, and it is out. But this is taken in by a teammate. What a way to kick off a drive. That's a gain of 30 and another first down.
So even though they avoid the turnover, this is still a play that they're going to coach hard off of. They're going to bring guys into the meeting room next week and say, hey, guys, we're not always going to be so fortunate. The ball is not always going to bounce our way. Anybody who handles the ball from the center to the quarterback to any of the ball carriers, the most important aspect of team offense is protecting the ball at all costs.
It's a gain of 16, and it's 2 nice plays to begin this drive. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Looking to throw, Richardson. He's going to tuck it and go. Carrying that ball loosely, and it is out. That is a gain of 15, and now it's 1st and goal.
These are the opportunities that just kill defensive coordinators. You got the ball loose. You did everything you want, but now you got to recover it. You need better pursuit to the ball, more bodies around the ball carrier. because when that ball pops out, you've got to be on it. These opportunities don't come around often, and when they do, you got to seize the moment. It's a nice job here defensively. Down here tight, it's easy to be so concerned about stopping the pass that you lose sight of the quarterback when he decides to become a runner. Not the case here. Picks up a little positive yardage, sets up 2nd and goal.
They're called in at the 2. And he's close to the goal line, but they're going to mark him short, put him down at the 1.
These are the worst. I had a couple years, Mike, where I swear I got tackled inside the 1-yard line 10 times, and then you look back and you're like, man, how many touchdowns did I leave on the board because I couldn't get...
And he will fight his way to the end zone. Jonathan Taylor, touchdown, Indianapolis. So on 3rd and goal, they run it in. Sometimes, Greg, that's 4-down territory. They didn't need to do it on 4th down, taking care of it on the 3rd down for the touchdown.
Yeah, when you find yourself down here this close, Mike, you have to finish these drives off. I'm with you. I think he was going to give his back 2 shots there to punch it in, but he only needed 1.
Now Gay for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Colts move out in front by a point. It's 14-13. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. It's a return. Here comes Calvin Austin. Now an opening past the 30. Good return here. Brings it up to the 33-yard line. Steelers offense trotting back out for their first involvement of this 2nd half. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Wilson. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. On 2nd down, Russ going up top. That ball incomplete. Got the hands in there to break it up. Could have been a big gainer. Instead, it sets up a 3rd down.
Well, not exactly breaking news here, Mike. They got speed on the perimeter that just not a lot of teams in the NFL have. So even though that ball falls incomplete, I think they have to continue to do it. Continue to pressure this defense and make them defend the entire field. Because as they're worried about him running back, there is a lot of space open underneath. And that's what you call a wasted series. They come out here and they decide, we're just going to air it out 1st, 2nd, 3rd down. All 3 incompletions, and now it brings up 4th down. And barring some crazy decision here to keep your offense on the field, you're going to find yourself right back on the sideline.
And he's going to be hit and dropped right away. That's great coverage there. Winds up with nothing on the return. So, 3 quarters have come and gone. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Here's 1st and 10. Now Richardson. That's the tight end, Mo Alley Cox. And he'll get about 8 on that one. Most of it coming after the catch. It's 2nd down.
So the hope is when you call these underneath drag routes, you're trying to have your tight end come out the backside of the defense in space. So when you put the ball on him early, it leads to big yards after the catch. In this case, they don't get the real big play they were hoping for. But
after the catch, he's hit, and the ball is out. And this is taken in by the defense.
Mike, we hear that term run after catch so often, and sometimes people miss that there's kind of a middle phase. There's the catch, but before it turns into a run, you have to secure the ball as a ball carrier, right? It needs to be put away, properly held, points of pressure, front tip up against your body. All of that is kind of taken for granted. Catching it is just step one. you've got to secure the ball before you become a runner.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down. He was trying to get that to Najee Harris. And it'll bring up second down. From the gun, it's Wilson. That is brought in at the 10. And he will score. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. What a game this has been. Back and forth we go, and that fourth quarter score changes the lead one more time.
And we've seen the lead go back and forth, Mike, and now the question is, can they get a stop? Can they find a way defensively to hang on to this lead and get themselves this big win?
Important one here now for the Steelers. They're going to try to go for the two-point conversion. Here's Harris. And he is not going to get in. Stop on the try for two. The lead remains right where it is.
I don't love the call. I mean, all week you practice these gotta-have-it plays. Every call sheet, Mike, has 3 or 4 plays that are down here in the goal line that could also be used as two-point plays. I think to simply turn it around and just hand the ball to your running back, gotta be a little bit more creative. That's a big missed opportunity.
So now playing with the lead after that fourth quarter touchdown. Time to kick it back the other way. This one taken at the 7. Oh, very good field position to start as the return is past the 40. The Colts offense and Anthony Richardson getting ready for their next drive. And it's been a struggle all afternoon. The defense done a great job taking him away from his game, taking his weapons away, and he is yet to find anything to lean on in this one.
Okay, ready?
Set to go now on 1st and 10.
Ready?
Richardson to throw. Oh, after the catch, he's hit, and the ball is out. One of the Steelers has it.
You know, Mike, with the importance being placed on yards after the catch, we're seeing more and more guys really emphasize turning into a runner as soon as possible. And, of course, it's a critical part of today's modern offense. But the part you have to remember, the yards are never more important than protecting the ball, so it needs to continue to be stressed. Yes, we want the big explosive play after the catch, but never at the expense of the ball.
The Steelers offense starting to trot out for this next possession. They've got the lead, and they'll set forth trying to build on it. They're going to do that with excellent field position. On first down, it's Harris. Not much happening there, just a short gain. Here's a 2nd and 9. They go play action now. Wilson on the blitz, overwhelming the offensive line, and down he goes. So, 2 minutes to play here in the second half. Greg and I back for the conclusion in a moment. This crowd into it now as we get to 3rd down. A give, and here comes Harris. And we'll see a timeout used by the defense, stopping it right out of the break. 1:57 to go in the game. Steelers getting ready to put this one away. as they try to play the field position game here, protecting a fourth-quarter lead. And he didn't give the Gunners a chance to get down there and make a play for him. It's into the end zone and a touchdown. The Colts offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. The deficit is 5, so they'll try to put a drive together here, and they'll begin it with 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. After the catch, he's hit, and the ball is out.
And there is the backbreaker, Mike. The one thing you can't have late in the ball game is a turnover. You're ready, you're up against the wall. You know you need a late score here to come back from behind, and let's give credit to this defense. They know they were a stop away from victory, and after forcing that late turnover, it looks like they're going to seal this one.
The Steelers offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. They'll start really in field goal territory already, but they're looking for more. Offense got it, 1st and 10. They run it over center with Harris. He'll be taken down after a gain of 2. Timeout, Indianapolis. That is their 2nd, and they'll get together prior to this 2nd down play. They'll give it to Harris again. A good run there for a gain of 6, but it's still going to be 3rd and long. Another run here with Harris. Trying to drive his way forward. I think he is short, and he is. That means 4th down coming up.
And what a play by the interior of this defensive line. There was nowhere to run. He's able to get in the backfield for a big stop, and it sets up 4th down.
So out comes the veteran, Chris Boswell, in a big spot. This to stretch the lead to a touchdown. And this one right down the middle. It's good. A big 3 points as they extend their 4th-quarter lead.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. Here's the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over once more. Greg, kind of a head-scratcher in this one. A fumble or 2 here or there. That's going to happen. But they've continually put the ball on the ground in this one.
Yeah, I'm not sure if I've ever seen anything quite like it, and kind of seems like when it rains, it pours. It gets a little mental for the ball carriers. They're kind of contagious in a sense, Mike. But you know who also gets really wrapped up in it is the defense. They say, hey, I've seen that ball pop out time and time again. You get those guys continuing to believe it's going to come out and attack the ball, and you have days like this today.
He throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be 3rd down.
Here we go. Check, Panther. No.
Here's Richardson. Coming open is Pierce. It's on target. Pressure time, no timeouts to stop the clock as they get set here for a big 1st down. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
2 times they've connected on this drive now. This one for 21 yards and a 1st down.
Get it. Go.
Richardson. That's deep for the back of the end zone. And penalty flags come in as it winds up incomplete, but no doubt there was contact there. Here we go. One final play. Oh, he can't get rid of it, and he's taken down. So this one, a win for the visiting Steelers. And right away, you can point to the turnover battle. Always key. Tells the story so often. It did here again today. Their offense didn't turn it over at all. They finished on the plus side with the takeaways. As a result, they're going to come away with the victory. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. So long, everybody.